Oh, oh, look at you. Okay. Okay, Quang, whenever you're ready, please, buddy.
Hello everyone, my name is Quang. I'm from class Discover 5A, and today I'm going to tell you about how the polar bear communicate. I'm going to tell you about the communication between animals of the same species, the communication between polar bears and other species, and the communication between animals, between polar bears and humans. Uh, Polar bears communicate with the same species when they are irritable. During mating seasons, they have a lot of hormones, and male polar bears have to fight each other. So they use sounds to intimidate each other. Sometimes they are able to get a younger one to run away instead of staying and fighting. Um, the second point is when a male polar bear tries to get a given female polar bear's attention. This usually happens during mating season rituals in a private place. Male ones usually use warm tones. The females also use their own sound to respond to males' moves. And the last one of the communication between polar bears and between each other of them is when female polar bears are talking to their offsprings. Young cubs know the exact sounds of their polar bear mother. They listen to it for encouragement and to know if they are in danger. Polar bears, female polar bears, and male polar bears also uh, help their offspring and give them advice to how to survive in the wild on their own if they aren't around the children. The second main point is communication between polar bears and other species. Polar bears communicate with other species when they feel threatened by the surroundings or uh, the mm, the other species that is near them. They will make sounds like hissing, growling, and chopping their teeth, which is often mistaken as looking for something to eat and will lead to things that isn't supposed to be what polar bears are trying to say. And the second point is to warn others of predators. Like polar bears can communicate to warn other animals of upcoming predators so they can be safe. This is due to a closer relationship, or they can benefit off each other, and that's why they want to keep the other animals safe. And um, the third main point, and this is the last main point, is uh, the communication between polar bears and humans. Polar bear also communicate with humans when they feel threatened. They will also make hissing sound and growling and chopping their teeth when they are also feeling threatened by a person or a group of people. And the last point is when polar bears are helped by people at reservations. In reservations of polar bears, helpers will need to communicate with polar bears to feed them or give them something. Polar bears can be trained to listen to signal, or they will have gestures showing that they will be fed, and they are agreed. At this picture right here, you can see I remember that in this video is that this man right here is really close to this polar bear, so they usually spend time together, and um, they really enjoy it. And does anyone have any question for me?
Uh, I have, I do have a question.
Yeah.
When is oh my god, I just had it in my head and now I forgot it. Um, in regards to communication between animals of different species, what kind of do you know what other animals that they would often communicate with if they feel threatened or if they're trying to warn off predators? Do you know what kind of animals that they would speak to or communicate with?
I think that they would mm, like hiss to the predator, or they'll just tell the surrounding animals that they want to help, and they can just kind of go away and hide somewhere.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions for Quang? Okay, Quang, I think you can wrap it up for me now, please.
And that is my presentation of how polar bear communicate. Thank you for listening and goodbye.